Hey Virgo, welcome to Growing Energy. I'm Energy. I'm here to do your monthly reading. So this is for, if you're watching this in real time, this is for the month of February 2024. But if you are seeing this outside of that time, this is for whatever month is coming up next for you. So this is for my vivacious Virgos. What's up, y'all? How y'all been? How was January for you? It was a little stressful for me, but it's okay. So, all right, this reading, what we're going to focus on is your finances and wealth, your career and business, your social life, love and partnerships, advice and guidance for your overall month, spirit messages for you, and then what's going on in your home and family life. So let's get started. Let's start with your finances and wealth. Now, when I was pulling the cards, they all came out like upright, like they wanted me to see them when they fell. And the cards that we had was discord among friends and family, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. And then we had the Page of Wands and then the Two of Cups. So let me tell you how I interpreted this. I interpret this as your finances are good this month. You're Virgo, you're used to planning, you're used to getting things together. You know, you work harder than everyone else. My mom's a Virgo, so when everyone else is sleeping, she's working. And I feel like sometimes she doesn't get tired. But the issue with, especially that I have with my mom, is she always tries to be there and available for everyone. And I feel like sometimes people try to take advantage of her and use her for that. So when this is coming up, what it's making me think is your finances are good this month. Finances are great. You don't have to worry about it. But someone may be messaging you and asking you for money. And if you tell them no, or you don't give them as much as they want, it may cause like some kind of like contention or discord between people. And that's okay if they need help. But is this a person who's always coming to you for help and they never try to fix a situation themselves? Or they never try to work on anything themselves. They're just always expecting someone else to bail them out. And are you giving so much of yourself? Are you like, oh my God, sure, here you go. Oh my God, yes, let me give this to you. It's like, is this person just used to coming to you and expecting you to bail them out? We'll get to the rest of your cards, but I saw a lot of you needing to change your perspective on some things this month, and also worry about your like how much of you're giving out of yourself. So one thing that stands out to me about this month is the fact that we have, for the next like 63 days, all of the planets are moving forward. There are no planets in retrograde. So, and especially all the energy that we have that's moving into Aquarius, especially in the month of February, with all that energy, Aquarius is your sixth house if you are a Virgo rising. Hold on. Third. Yeah. So Aquarius is your sixth house. I just had to do math real quick. I don't know why. But there is a huge push for you taking care of your health. And because the sixth house is the house of like everyday, daily stuff, and also your health. If you've been feeling maybe not so abundant financially, like your financial health has been off, it's coming together this month. But look out for people having their hand out, asking for too much, and make sure you're not giving too much. Because if we can jump into home and family, the card that came out is the King of Swords. And this is an air sign, yes, but when this card comes up, I instantly think sharpness in the conversation. I think coldness, and I think harshness. It doesn't have to be completely that's what's gonna happen within your home and family, but I feel like stretching yourself thin this month is going to cause you to like be a little snappy with people around you at home. So let's say I'm not saying all Virgos always do this with themselves, right? But let's say you're at work and you're constantly like, oh, I'll do it. I got it. Because you're dependable. You organize, you planned it before everyone else even started thinking about it. And then you're tired, but now you go home and there's no energy in you to be with your kids, to be with your spouse, to be with, to see your friends, to do anything that you really like doing. And it kind of frustrates you. But the thing is, no one is doing this to you. This is you not speaking up for yourself, or this is you not putting forth like boundaries for people. Hey, I can help you this one time, but I'm kind of saving my money for this particular thing. I need to do renovations here, or this important thing, or you don't even have to tell everyone what you're spending your money on. Just be mindful of how much you're giving out this month and how much it has to do with you just wanting to show up and be there for people, but it being at your own expense. And be mindful of the way you speak to people this month within your house. And it's not because you're trying to be mean, it's just because you're so frustrated, or there could be situations to where you're just tired and you're not using the energy the right way, or figuring out a way to not exhaust yourself, so it's just coming out that way. So it's like what's that saying, like something forewarned is forearmed, or I could be saying that wrong, but it's basically like, you know this now going into the month. So if you notice yourself slipping into this, then you can kind of pull it back and say, all right, I'm tripping right now, or I'm, getting too upset. Let me take a second for myself. And let's go into career, because we have another card that kind of ties all this in together. So for your career and business this month, I see gestures. You may be asked to help someone out, or you may need a helping hand. Give deserved praise to others, and you will receive recognition too. So this doesn't necessarily have to do with like you not giving praise to people. Sometimes you might need to tell, if they're helping you out, say thank you for helping you out, but I'm sure you're doing that. With the gold here, I feel like you have the golden touch with things, and I think that's why people always ask you to show up for them. But be mindful of how much you're showing up within your career, how much you're doing within your business, like for everyone else, because it could kind of cause you to get short with everyone, or your mental capacity to be limited because you feel exhausted by the end of the day, especially with your work. And perspective, if you change the way you look at things, you can see everything in a brand new light that will help you get to where you want to be. So if you're trying to achieve something, if you're trying to do something, like I told you before, giving too much to other people is not going to help you to get there. So for this month, with this perspective change, you're just being asked to see things like step outside yourself. I know you're dependable. I know you're the one that everyone goes to, but how much can you pour into yourself? How much can you give those gestures? The same way that you will give to other people, are you putting that into yourself? If you are a business owner, you don't work for anyone else. When you used to work 9 to 5s, you get up every day and giving your all for that job. Are you giving your all for your own dreams and your goals? Are you doing enough for yourself? Like, change your perspective on how you handle your career and the things that you do to make a living for yourself. And make sure you're not overextending yourself this month and doing too much for other people, because it's going to exhaust you. And I kind of need you at your fullest capacity, because there's a lot of blessings coming into your 6th house. And it's funny that, talking about the 6th house, this card that came up here, this card, I usually use it to symbolize like what especially within your career, what your superpower will be. What will be the thing that helps you stand apart from everyone else? What's going to be the thing that helps you bring more positive energy into your career space and into your finances? And the card that came up was yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercise. It doesn't necessarily have to be yoga, but I'm thinking mindfulness. I'm thinking clarity in your thoughts. I'm thinking you taking a second before you respond to somebody to think. I'm thinking, because all this energy is going to be in your 6th house, working out this month is going to help you think more clearly. So if you're looking for a way to approach old problems in a new way, you need a new approach to an old problem. What's going to help you clear your head, what's going to help you clear all the fog that you may have, that you could be having, especially when you're at home, is doing a lot of things to help clear your energy, and movement is going to be one of those things. If you are not in a position to go out and go run 10 miles, they always say Virgo was supposed to be like a really healthy sign, like Virgos work out a lot, but I know a lot of Virgos that don't work out. But what you're being asked to do this month is find something that kind of gives you a release and that makes you feel calm and peaceful. And the more that you enter into situations within this month from a place of peace and feeling balanced, you're going to freaking win. You're going to really you're going to step everything up a notch in your life. You're going to find balance. You're also going to paths are going to open up for you, with all, not just for you, Virgo, for all signs this month. February is going to be life changing. And maybe this month you're going to, like, instead of you working yourself like a dog, working yourself so hard that you don't feel any rest, you're going to prioritize taking care of your body. Let's change that perspective of, oh, I have to work. How about I have to take care of myself, because if you drop down dead today, no work is going to get done. So prioritize taking care of yourself. And when you do that, it's going to set you apart from everybody. And it's going to be like your superpower this month within your career and your home life as well, especially if you have a career where you work from home. Sometimes you need to separate, move out of the room where you do all your work in, and go take a walk or do something to change up the energy, and that's going to work out really well for you. So let's go into your social life. What's going on for your social life this month? Virgo, I don't think this is a month for you. I don't think this month you're going to be out and about. I don't think you're going to be in the streets this month. I think what you're looking for this month, and this is like spiritual too, especially with all the energy in your sixth house. And I don't know if people really say the sixth house is a spiritual house, right? But I kind of feel like the things that we do on a daily basis, I feel like you taking care of your body is going to bring things hidden to you from the surface, because this card, the moon card, speaks of like things that are hidden, secret things. It does speak of illusions, yes, but the way I'm looking at it is something that is being illuminated. And with the star being lit up, the hermit is looking for, the hermit is older, more wiser, looking for that wisdom. And I see the 9 here. I'm thinking about the 9th house. I'm thinking about schooling, travel, long distance travel. I'm also thinking about spirituality. Religion, and I believe like religion holds a space within the 9th house. That's where that's the house. The 9th house is the house of religion, among other things. And I'm not saying this is going to be a month that you commit yourself to religion, but I feel like this is going to be a month where you're using your alone time to kind of clarify certain things, or to discover things that were hidden. Like, I feel like this month, the things that you've been searching for, some things that you did, like you're being drawn to something, like something that you're drawn to within yourself, or that you're just looking for answers for, you're going to find those answers. So you might not for this month be out and about, hitting the streets, going to parties and everything like that. But by the end of the month, you'll get an answer to something that you were searching for a while. Like, it's just going to be illuminated for you. It's like you've been stressed out, or kind of like, I don't know how to handle this, or I don't know, especially with coming with the 9th house, I'm thinking about school. Like, you've been trying to learn something or trying to figure something out, looking into something, and you'll get your answers. You're going to get what you're looking for. So this seems like a month where it's more internal. It's more you realizing things within yourself, but that's okay, because not every day you're going to be out and about. You could do things this month, like maybe go to an event or one or two, but your focus isn't going to be parties. It's really going to be getting yourself together. The Hermit card, I think it's a Virgo card, right? I think the Hermit is a Virgo card. So this has to do with you. This has to do with illuminating something within yourself that will free you from any illusion, that will have you no longer chasing something, like looking for something, because you're going to find it. It's like you can release yourself from whatever is kind of keeping you stuck, focusing on this. It's going to be a month of breakthroughs for you, emotionally and spiritually. And speaking about, what, not even going to the spiritual message, I think I want to let's go to spiritual message. Speaking about spiritually, because we're looking at figuring ourselves out. We're looking at unlocking something that is hidden within ourselves. We have resilience is one of the strongest qualities you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on your inner tower of strength anytime that you need it. You've got this. If you are needing to find strength, especially if it has to do with issues with friends or family, any kind of like butting heads or anything like that, this isn't like, don't look at it like the end all be all. This too shall pass, but you're strong enough to get through anything, and you're wise enough too. Like this month, I feel like you're going to just feel like a lot of wisdom, a spark of wisdom just hit you, and you're going to see a lot of things from a different space, like kind of like on the outside looking in. There's a lot of clarity coming in for you this month, a lot of it. And I feel like what helps you with this is you taking care of your body, because we are talking about the sixth house here with all that Aquarius energy in your sixth house. Taking care of your body is going to be key this month, and it's really going to help you out with all areas of your life moving forward. And then we have bet on yourself, take chances, reach your dreams. You've got this. So especially if this comes like with your career and stuff like that, or whatever that you're doing, looking into yourself, love, your family, just bet on yourself, take chances, don't doubt yourself. Like, your worst enemy will be negative self-talk this month. So don't make it a habit to, like, if something happens, to get down on yourself, because if it happens today, that doesn't mean tomorrow is going to be filled with the same thing. And once again, you've gotten yourself out of so many different things. Don't focus on anything, like, don't dwell on the bad. Look for the lesson in it and move forward. And I feel like if anything does come up with this bet on yourself and take chances, I feel like it's not going to be long lasting. Like, you might have something that may be an inconvenience and cause you to be a little frustrated and a little harsh in the house, but then it'll pass. Like, you'll figure out what it is, it'll be illuminated what the situation is, and then this too shall pass, and you'll move forward in a positive way. Okay, so let's move on to your love and relationships. And we have the actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. I absolutely love this card. With the greenery, I'm seeing earth sign energy, and you're an earth sign. But what this card speaks of is, it really speaks to, like, not just saying you love someone, actually showing up with your actions and showing them that they mean something to you. This could be you towards someone else, or someone else towards you. Let's say if this is you, and singles, I'm going to get to you in a second. If you're in a relationship, right, and let's say you're focused on work, you're stressed out because you're trying to create things, you got a lot of deadlines, you got a lot of stuff, and you just gotten used to just being like, babe, I love you, and then kind of like, because your focus is so much on this aspect of things and not on your partner may feel neglected. So what you're being asked to do is, instead of just saying I love you this month, try to find ways to show that person. If they like coffee, buying them their favorite coffee before they have to get up in the morning, cooking them a meal or something like that, like little things, like, the person you're in a relationship with, and showing them that you appreciate their existence and being there will kind of help to it will help, especially if there have been fights that you guys have been going through. I feel the other person might be frustrated because there's not enough time spent together, and your schedule could be maybe a little thin this month. Like, you have a lot that you're trying to do and accomplish on top of getting yourself together, because with all the energy in your sixth house, this is everyday stuff. This is your commute to the store. This is you having to run errands. This is you doing just the daily stuff, going to work, daily things that kind of take a toll on you. The other person still needs to know that they're a priority. And you can't just bank on the fact that, like, oh, they'll get it. They know I love them. They know I care about them, And I mean, this card that came up too, the home card, it's this person you're in a relationship feels like home. They are your home base. But regardless of whatever happens, you share home with this person, or they feel comfortable to you, and this is the other way around. You are this for this other person. They need to step up the way they're showing you that they appreciate you. You don't have to go buy that person a car, especially if you don't have the means to. And if finances are tight, because you've been lending out your money to everybody, writing them a card and saying, like, listing ways why you appreciate them, making a craft or something, just doing something, making them some hot cocoa, having a movie night one night, just taking time out of your schedule. Because some people, their love language could be quality time. And with this home card, I'm just looking like the actions, and the home card is looking like somebody wanting you to spend quality time with them. Now, for my singles, if you are opening the first home that we have is our body. If you are opening yourself, your person, your mind, your heart, your soul, your sexual energy to someone, make sure this is someone that is showing you that they appreciate you being around in your existence. I am so tired of seeing Virgos getting taken for granted because they always show up for people. They're always, the reliable one, and they come up against people sometimes that take that for granted. I don't want you to be taken for granted in love this month. So make sure that if you're just dating and you're getting to know this person, or if someone new comes into your existence this month, make sure they're showing you with their efforts that they care about you. It might not be love just yet, singles, but make sure this person is actively doing things so that you see that they are, that they're appreciative of your existence. And this home card that, for some of you singles, this could be someone that does treat you this way and they feel like home to you. And what you're being asked to do is make sure you prioritize this new and forming relationship, because, you want them to see like, I'm spending my time, especially when it's a new relationship. No one has to spend time with each other. You don't have to give that person your time. Everyone's busy kind of getting their life together. But if someone does come in new this month and they are someone of quality, make sure that, when they're talking to you or responding, you're taking time out to text them through the day, just little things to do to make them feel comfortable. And, they will be doing these things towards you if it's the other way around, so that you feel comfortable. But look for reciprocation and look for both people putting in effort, because if only one person is putting in effort, someone eventually is going to get tired from doing that. And I don't want you to be the one that is giving so much of yourself and tired because things aren't working out the way you want it to. Okay, so let's go on to overall advice for the month for you. And we have favor. You may be facing a tough challenge, but your strength will carry you through. Take control and lead with grace. I kind of feel like for those of you in a relationship, especially if you've had a situation where you two have been arguing, resilience is going to be your strongest quality. Like we said, this too shall pass. It's not forever. And what can kind of help in any situation is leading with love. If that person goes low, you don't have to go low too. You need to walk away, spend some time by yourself. Don't let anyone take you out of your energy, because your energy being cultivated this month is so important, going towards everything you're trying to discover about yourself, the next steps you're trying to take, healing your body. I just thought about some of you going vegan or vegetarian this month. Some of you may be laying off of meat products or fish products or like seafood or, meats and stuff like that, because you kind of want to go into this month with a clear head, a clear mind, a clear body. And then for those of you that have spiritual gifts, I feel like, and you are already thinking about doing this. I'm not telling you to change your diet. If you weren't thinking about this before, don't do it. But for those of you that do have spiritual gifts, taking care of your body is going to open up your crown chakra. And then that's when you're going to start getting divine downloads. You'll start getting a lot of messages that were hidden to you when you start taking more care of your body. Okay, and then we have perspective again. We have perspective right here. We have perspective again. Wow. Stories can be entrapping. We tell stories to make sense of life, but sometimes our stories limit us. Which stories are carved in stone and which are you ready to revise? Write your autobiography from a new perspective and enjoy a shift in attitude, especially with this here. I know this is for your social life, right? But I'm thinking about everything spiritual with you, especially with your sixth house being activated. What do you keep telling yourself? There's something that like an idea or a thought process, something that you might have like gone through a couple of years feeling or thinking. This just popped in my head. Some of you may have an issue with self-confidence. And what's going to help you become more confident is maybe you need to write it down. Maybe write a story about yourself where you show up as your best self, okay? You show up as your best self and you win. And read that story every day. Don't judge, write a story down. Don't judge what you write on the piece of paper. Don't think this sounds stupid. This will never happen. This is for some of you. Might not be all of you. Some of you may have no issue with self-confidence, but I'm just thinking the yellow card. And I'm thinking solar plexus chakra, and I'm thinking that's your confidence center, And with this whole thing about perspective and consistently writing a story about yourself or replaying the same thing over and over again, maybe this was times where you didn't show up for yourself or speak up for yourself and or advocate for yourself, you just let other people walk all over you, and you kind of feel like, well, what's the use? People are always going to do this, or this is always going to happen. And now is the time this month for you to say, no, That's not always going to happen. That's how it happened before. But moving forward, this is what happens. I am in control. Nobody plays me. Nobody gets to dictate what happens in my life. Nobody gets to say, this is what you're going to do. I make my own schedule, sixth house. I make my own decisions. I do my own things. And other people can join me on this journey, or they can fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Virgo, don't be a punching bag or a placemat for anybody. And if you were that in the past, maybe this communication is harsh because you are speaking up for yourself, you know? And sometimes when we've gone through situations where we feel like we were played or people took advantage of us and we're now finding our voice, sometimes we don't have tact at first when we're exercising our voice, because it's just like, we're just like, no one's going to talk to me that way. No one's going to play me. No one's going to, take advantage of me. And then throughout time, you find a way to balance it out so you're not snapping. So you find different ways to convey the message that you have boundaries and no one gets to take you out of your comfort zone but you. Change your perspective and everything will fall into place. Take care of your body this month. You're going to get some divine downloads, and I'm so excited for the things that are going to come up for you. And save. Don't just give out your money to people. Don't be too generous, okay? I love you so much, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you again soon.